Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Griefdrums, and in today's video, I'm going to be revisiting a video series that I did a little while back called What Was He Thinking?, in which I pretty much break down the round and go through what I was doing and why I was doing it more than anything. So, we are going to be looking at some ranked games. The first one takes place on Chalet. As you can see, we're 2-0 up. And I am playing as Zofia. The reason for this is because of the kind of people that we got on our team. I know Bob likes to take Thermite, and Rogue will usually fill the support role depending on what we're playing. But the two of them, we've got that option to open the door or the garage wall downstairs. So as a result, a little bit of fragging power and entry power, I think, you know, will fit the team really well in this scenario. So we're pretty sure they're going to be going downstairs. I've immediately got the call that they are going downstairs. So I've decided what I'm going to do is move my drone over into the big car garage and leave it in here. So I've gone ahead and tried to get it up into a decent place. If I'd have seen someone in there straight away, I would have moved it outside and not left it in here. Because I've got the luxury to leave it in here, well, no one's going to see it. No one's going to do anything about it. So it gives me a little bit of an idea as to whether if anyone is coming down to this side of the map. So when the game starts, obviously we're going to take out the cameras. If I can see it, I'm struggling to see it. But we're going to go ahead and start the round. Now, Thermite and Thatcher are both going to be going around to open the garage wall, so there is no point in me going over there at all. Instead, myself and I believe Dennis decide we're going to go to the garage, so I'm giving him a bit of a call out. I jump straight on my drone and let him know that Ella is just inside of that single door. By doing that, it gives him an idea, and we both manage to pinch her. I get pretty lucky with a wall bang, but with Dennis over here applying pressure as well, it's a pretty easy kill, really, all down to some good information. So, by droning, I notice that the hatch is open. It's always worth checking for hatches, checking for traps, things like that, especially in the current meta. So, Dennis and I move in. I've told him it's clear, but I told him we need to be careful of the hatch itself. I've decided to place a claymore here. Now, the reason I've done it this way is because if they try and drop, it's less likely that they will see it. Obviously, at this stage, we get an interrogation carried out on one of us, so they know we're here, they know roughly where we are, and we're kind of expecting a bit of a push from them. As soon as that dies down, we decide that we're probably going to get flanked through one of the hatches, so instead we're going to try and push forward and capitalise on this particular moment, especially now that we know that Cavera is on the other side of the map near the snowmobile. Again, I'm flicking back to my drone just to try and get some intel. I get a little bit in the form that Castle is on site, but that's about it. Stupidly, I should have taken out these Ella mines when I was a bit further away, but I didn't. And then we get a bit of a worry that someone is potentially going to be behind us. Cavera could be upstairs and just behind. I take this opportunity to open up the wall to give Dennis a line of sight, and I'm also going to open up the door to give us 2 entries in. Now, they know we're coming from this side, but they don't know where from. Again, still worried about Cavera, but I get a call that she is on those back stairs.
She's down at the bottom.
Right.
At this point, I get lucky by seeing Castle just behind these barrels. I push in, manage to light him up a little bit, and because I've still got 4 rounds left, I know he's going to be reloading, and I think rather than reload and take my time, I'm going to push forward and capitalise on this while Dennis is cooking this grenade. It at least keeps him pinned. Dennis has given me the call that he's grenading. It allows us to get the kill on him. Now, this round isn't the best round ever. It doesn't showcase, you know, a clutch or an ace or anything like that. But what I feel it does show is that all of the team are sort of working in pairs. Dennis and I only managed to get the kill onto Ella because we were both pinching her. As soon as he went and punched that door, I was shooting through this way. Now, she's going to get flushed one way or the other, and we can both kill her. I think the droning is a massively important thing. Obviously, we're quite lucky in the sense that we got quite a lot of calls from people as soon as they're dead. It afforded us the opportunity to utilise those guys on our drones and give those call-outs that we were being flanked. At this particular point just here, you can see I changed to my other weapon to try and utilise the lifeline grenades that I've got to open things up. But instead, I get a call to turn my drone around so the guys can keep an eye out for me. And that is a massive help. We wouldn't have known about Cavera had we not done that. Okay, so the next clip we're going to look at is on Border. Now, on this particular map, again, we're 2-1 up. And I've decided that I'm going to take Smoke. I think he brings a lot of utility to the party, certainly on Bomb. He can really slow them down. And normally I would play as an anchor. So what I'm going to be doing if I'm playing Smoke is opening certain areas of the bomb site, assisting in the reinforcement of others, and pretty much just putting everything into place that needs to be there. Now, the first thing I'm doing here is opening this rotation with my shotgun. Yeah, someone could do it with impact grenades, but I'd rather just, you know, utilise this shotgun to make kill holes and rotations and whatever we need to do. It also affords me the luxury of having a weapon for really close quarters and a weapon for sort of mid-range gunfights in the SMG-11. Now what I'm doing here is I'm placing barbed wire down just to sort of slow any pushes and give away where people are coming from, and then I go to open the roof. Now as you can see, this has already been done by someone else. They've clearly got the same idea as me, and I go ahead and do a couple of shotgun holes just to assist them and me if I decide to play up there. Now, I was going to go up there, but as you saw, there were 2 players already upstairs, so there is no point in adding a third one at the minute. So I go ahead and move around to here to a possible entry route that I think the attackers might come from. At this stage, I hear the wall go behind me, so I know someone's going to be coming in through there. Hopefully, they get a bit sloppy and don't drone thoroughly, which is exactly the case. As I'm holding this angle, a bit of a soft angle waiting for them to peek, I come looking out, I see the open wall there. I shouldn't have peeked that far really, but I wanted to get a bit of intel, and without drones on the defender team and without any cameras there, there's not a lot I can do. So as you can see, I'm holding this angle here just to see if any daylight passes. I'm kind of pinched here, I'm stuck, there's nothing I can do if they know that I'm here. Luckily, they don't. As I hear Zafir move, I come out and I kill her. Now this is really fortunate in this particular incident because I get the diffuser. As soon as that happens, I hear the window break on the opposite side, so I've put a smoke down to protect me from that way for a couple of seconds while I divert my attention elsewhere. Now this isn't the best use of smokes grenades, I would prefer to use them later on in the round to stop the plant, but I'm stuck in a bit of a tricky situation. I know there's someone over here. I managed to get a couple of lucky shots through the wall after I do a quick peek and get the intel. I then utilise my smokes again just to sort of push them back so I can get away from here. Once I do that, I actually get really lucky and get a kill with the smoke grenade because she's already so lit. At this stage of the game when there's only one person left, I don't really want to be forgoing where the diffuser is. I want to stay with it and just try and guard the diffuser as much as possible. I do get a call that someone is coming from this general area and I push through only to find that one of my teammates in Legion picks up the round. Now again, with this particular round, I kind of got myself into a bit of a sticky situation, and if this team had droned properly, I would have been screwed. If someone had come through the window at the same time as Sophia came through, there is nothing I would be able to do. It would have been really, really tricky for me. But instead they pushed in one at a time, they didn't drone properly, and it allowed me to capitalise on the sounds that I was hearing around me. Again, with the smoke grenades, this isn't the best use of them at all, but I found by not over-peaking and by protecting myself from one way at a time, it allowed me the opportunity to focus my attention elsewhere. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and hopefully you'll take something from it. I don't know if it's beneficial or helpful to people. I personally really enjoy watching other people's games and sort of breaking them down myself as to why they did what. So someone explaining it to me and getting a word-for-word reason as to why they did that, I think is a really, really effective tool, so hopefully it helps you. If you want to come and watch live, I stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays from 7:30 onwards, and I try and do this every now and then when I'm playing. I don't know whether it helps. I know I struggle to do it. I will normally just go quite quiet, but I try to do it as much as possible. So if this is something you like, please come and stop by and say hello. If you don't already, make sure to like and subscribe, and until next time guys, stay reckless and relentless.